Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Today is the day 38 for our PaloAlto firewall training series. In this video, I'll be talking about active HA VPN in PaloAlto. In this video, I'll be covering what is VPN where we can use it, how exactly it works in active scenario, how we can configure it and how we can troubleshoot that. And also I'll be testing an application and doing a failover and we'll see how it exactly works. So I'll request you to please watch this video till then so that you can understand this point and you can use it in real-time environment, as well as whenever somebody asks you, you can explain in very clear manner. So also I'll request you to please subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon so that you never miss a video from me. So without any further delay, let's get started. So friends, first of all, we'll understand what is VPN, right? So basically the full form of VPN is virtual private network. Okay, so the name suggests itself, we are creating a private network virtually. So what is the use of it and where we can use it? Okay, with the help of this diagram we'll try and understand. Okay, so let's suppose you have a headquarter. Okay, so you have a headquarter in India and you have some offices in London, New York and Australia. Okay, as in headquarter there are servers will be there, right? You cannot place all the places, all the servers, and it is not feasible if I think about in the terms of cost or maybe in the manageability, right? So that is the reason we'll place the servers at one location and everybody will access it. Okay, so let's suppose if they want to access the server, they cannot come and access these servers because they will have a private IP address. They are not exposed to public. And the other thing is, if they are having public IP address, if this office want to access these servers, as this traffic is coming via internet, it can be seen on internet and anybody can hack and modify some data. So that is the reason we'll build a VPN to provide security to the communication between branches to the headquarter, right? If you want to understand in very detailed manner how it works and what exactly does, I will link the video in the I button, or you can check the description of the link where in that video I've explained in very detailed manner how VPN works, what are the negotiation, all those things I have explained, and I also recommend to please go and check that out. So what I was explaining is like if whatever the communication which is coming through the internet, it is better to encrypt them so that nobody can read on internet and cannot modify the data. Okay, that in that way that communication will be secure and the data will not be exposed outside our network. Okay, so I have explained like what is VPN and where we can use it. So friends, now we'll understand how VPN works in PaloAlto active HA scenario. Okay, so with the help of this diagram we'll try and understand. So before understand how it works in active, let's have a look on active passive. So let's say this device is an active device and this device is a passive device. Okay, so let's say this VPN is coming, it will build on active device itself. So let's suppose if we have like 10 VPN connections, so all the connection will get built on PaloAlto active device, right? It will not be built on passive device. So we are just putting this device so that if active gets failed, then the passive will take over and he will process or forwards the traffic. So there is no use until and unless this gets down. Okay, so now the thing is, in active scenario what happens is, it will be both the device will be forwarding the traffic and this can be terminated on device 1 or maybe on device 2. So let's say I have 5, so it will be distributed between device 0 and device 1, right? So in this way, the devices are not sitting idle. They like we are able to use the resources of those devices, right? Now we'll try and understand how exactly VPN gets established in active scenario. Let me explain step by step. Okay, so let's suppose this is site B. Okay, site B, and this whole are site A, or maybe you can consider as HA. I'm sorry, headquarter. Okay. Now the connection gets initiated from site B, and it comes to headquarter. Now, as I have already explained about floating IP address, if you don't know, what I can do is you can just click on the I button. You'll get the video where I've explained the HA, how active HA works in PaloAlto firewall. And it is very recommended. If you have not watched that video, you'll not be able to understand this. Okay. Now it hits the FIB, the floating IP address. Okay. Now floating IP address that can goes to active device. Okay. He will become the session owner, or he will become the VPN owner, whatever you say. Okay. He will create phase 1 and phase 2 with site B. So he will be creating it. Okay. And after that, he will send the traffic to PaloAlto 2, which is device ID 1, and he will create phase 2, not phase 1. It is not required for the other device, which is a session setup. Okay. Now let's suppose this device goes down. So in that case, the next time if the traffic comes here and hits the FIB, the traffic will come to device ID 1, which is PaloAlto 2. In that case, he will have the phase 2, and the traffic will not be hampered or interrupted. It will be continued. Now why phase 2 is required? Why not phase 1? The phase 1, I have told, phase 1 is only to exchange the key, not to exchange the data, right? So phase 1 is not required again to be established. Okay. Only phase 2 is required. That is the reason it will have phase 2, and then whenever the traffic comes, it hits the FIB. As this device is down, it goes to PaloAlto 2. Okay. So this is how it works. I'll explain you in very detailed manner when we'll do lab, and then I'll explain you how the traffic flow is and how it is working. I'll explain you each and everything. So let's get into the lab and we'll see how it works. So friends, now we'll go and to the lab and configure it, and we'll test the application by failing over it. So let me rub this out and we'll go to the lab now. Okay. So friends, before we'll move on, we'll try and understand the lab scenario first. Okay. So we have site A, which is 192.168.10.0. Okay. And we have site B, which is 192.168.20.0. Okay. So this is like very simple to understand. This is the private network that we are having. Okay. And this is also comes like this till here, the private network. After that, the public network starts. Okay. So this is our public network, which is like a internet perimeter area. And this router is connected to our internet service provider, and again the site B router is also connected to internet, right? and then the site B starts over there, like the private network. Okay, so now here I'm using Cisco router, as this is a brand, so we are just using Cisco router. I'll be setting this VPN tunnel between PaloAlto, okay, to Cisco router. Okay, so I have already configured the routing, okay, and the HA configuration. Today I'll be configuring IPsec, as well as I'll show you in the router how we can configure IPsec. Okay, I've already configured it, but I'll show you the configuration, what is required to configure. Okay, all those things I'll be showing in the lab. So yeah, let's get into the lab now. So friends, this PaloAlto is managed by the local computer, like local machine, and 1/3 is control link, 1/4 is data link, and 1/5 is the packet forwarding, where the connection which gets replicated from active device to the secondary device, 1.5 is it. Okay, so I have already configured HA. Let me log into the PaloAlto firewall and show you the configuration first. So this is the PaloAlto firewall, and we have already configured active primary and active secondary. So this device is our active primary, the other device is active secondary, right? So now as I have already configured the interfaces, I'll show you what are the interfaces. So interfaces configuration done, zone configuration, the routing configuration, everything is done. Only we'll configure the IPsec. So for IPsec profile, or whatever you say, whatever encryption it uses, I have already, it is there in default, so I'll not touch anything. I'll straightly configure IKE gateway. If you want to know like how to configure each and everything, you can go to that video which I will be linking in the description. You can just go through that. That will be helpful. I have explained each and everything over there. Okay, now this is for site A to site B. Okay, so in interface that we are using is 1/2, which is this one. Okay, so if it should be visible for you guys, so 1/2, this is the interface, and the IP address that we are using is the floating IP address. Okay, it comes up. Okay, and the peer IP what we are going to configure is this one, this IP address. So it will be 201.1.2.1. okay, so it will be 201.1. okay, 2.1, and here we'll just type that pre-shared key. Okay, here we don't need to do anything. Okay, everything is fine now. And here the exchange, the crypto profile is default. Okay, we are done with the IKE gateway. Now we'll go to IPsec tunnels and we'll add it. Okay, now here also site A to site B. Okay, here we are mentioning the tunnel 1. You know how to create tunnel 1 interface. It's very easy, just need to name it. Now here we need to call the IKE gateway, and profile will be default. Click OK. That's done. So we are done with the IPsec configuration. That's just, we need to add the default gateway, not default gateway, gateway that needs to be go from here to through the tunnel 192.168.20.0/24. Why I'm doing so? Because the tunnel, the destination tunnel is this one, 10.20.0. okay, now here we don't need to specify anything. Click OK. Okay, interface tunnel 0. I guess it should be tunnel 0, tunnel 1, none. And again I need to write this one /24. Click OK. Okay, and we have forgot one thing which we need to define over here, the proxy ID. So the proxy ID will be site A to site B. Local is 192.168.10.0/24, 192.168.20.0/24. Okay. Okay. I guess, yeah. So we are done with the configuration now. So our commit is successful. Now I suppose that the configuration should get replicated over there as well. So yeah, it's been done already over here as well. So we are done with the configuration now. Now the thing is, we are going to test the connection. Okay. So what we are going to do is, from this PC1, as this is a router, will be initiating connection towards PC2 and will check whether the tunnel is getting up or not. Okay, so what we are going to do is, we'll try to do a debug over here. We'll see if any wrong thing that is coming in. So debug crypto isacam. Okay, I'll just turn on the logging console 7, logging on. Right, now we'll go and initiate some traffic. Okay, here also, and I will just open what is the IP address. We'll see. Okay. Okay, now, okay, so I'll just check the IP address. So IP interface brief, it is 192.168.20.1. I should be able to ping our gateway. Yeah, we are able to ping, so we have connectivity. Now what we are going to do is, we'll just try to ping 192.168.20.1. Yeah, we are able to ping over here. Now we'll see whether the tunnel has come or not. So we are checking in active primary device, and we'll go to network, IPsec, tunnels. So phase 1, this is phase 2, okay, where the in-caps and decaps are happening, and this is phase 1. Okay, if we go to other device, okay, and refresh this one, we can see only the phase 2 is on, not phase 1. Okay, it is not on. Okay, now what we are going to do is, we'll initiate a Telnet connection from here. From PC1 will initiate a Telnet connection. So PC1 will do a Telnet to 192.168.20.1. okay, and we'll put the name. Okay, and I'll show you the configuration of it. Okay, so unall, let me unall it. Okay, show run section crypto. So here we'll define the crypto policy, encryption 3-hash, or on the internet you can find the configuration as well. It is step by step. Here we are defining all the configuration, the phase 1 configuration. Here the pre-shared key defines, after that IPsec policy, and then crypto map. And this is the address that we are calling in. So access list, this is the access list 20 to 10. And after that, what we have to do is, we need to enable in on 0 by 0. So outside interface, we just need to apply the crypto map. That's it. Okay. So now as you can see, we have logged in from PC1 to PC2, right? You can see PC2. Now we'll go to device 1, which is this one, the active primary device, and will fail it over. Okay, we'll suspend it. Okay, now as you can see, this is suspended and the other device is active right now. Okay, so this device is active primary right now, and we'll see whether we have connection right now. Okay, so as you can see, so IP interface brief, as you can see, the VPN connection is already there and we are into PC2. The connection is not terminated. The Telnet connection is already on. There is no problem with the VPN. Okay, so there are a lot more things are there, or in active firewall there are a lot of things that needs to be covered. I'm not sure like you guys are interested into it, but in this video this is what I wanted to show you guys. If you like the video, or if you have learned something new from this video, I'll request you to please like it and do some comment. If you have suggestion regarding my video, please put it on comment, or you can send me an email. Maybe you can ping me on Instagram or Facebook. And also I'll request you to please subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon so that you never miss a video from me. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.